Omar, I want to start with you. Talk about the discrepancy between what the police are saying happened and what Amir Locke's family is saying. And where do things stand now with the case and with the officers involved?
Yeah, so this is a discrepancy we see in a lot of these cases, kind of the initial account by police and then what we later learn as documents and as body camera video come out. In this particular case, the person that the police encountered initially as they described it, they described him as a suspect. Well, as we learned later on, Amir Locke was not named in any of the search warrants. As you mentioned before you were coming to me, police have said that this gun was pointed in the direction of the shooting officer. But based on what they've released so far, there's no way for us to verify that at this point. So that discrepancy, while it is bad, it's not quite as bad as what we saw in George Floyd's case, where it was initially described as a man who had a medical emergency with no mention of any sort of police restraint, which, as we later learned, was incredibly far from the truth. Where things stand right now, the case is under investigation by state authorities, as they typically do in these police-involved shootings. The officer is placed on routine administrative leave, but in the meantime, the family and their attorneys are urging not just state lawmakers, but even called on President Biden to institute a ban on no-knock warrants. President Biden, they want him to do it at the federal level for federal law enforcement, and then at the state level, there is a push by some lawmakers to at least further restrict the use of them, but we haven't seen that legislation materialize word for word just yet.